The frog said it's not easy being green, but this guy, he did it first, and he kicked all kinds of butt doing it. Today on Carrie Reads the Golden Age, and with it being Pride Month, we honor you, Mr. Alan Scott, the first Green Lantern. So let's get that intro rolling, and we can get on with it. No, Alan Scott didn't wave the rainbow flag from his beginning, as that was released on July 3rd, 1940, in All American Comics number 16. It was an anthology book and had all kinds of stories, many stories in it, actually. However, the Alan Scott story is front and center, created by Martin Nodell and Bill Finger. It wasn't until many years later that Alan Scott came out to his children, Jade and Obsidian, and Infinity Frontier number 0, published March 2nd, 2021, explaining that he had tried to deny who he was for many years, but wanted to finally live his truth. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about his first appearance. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I got to share screen here. Okay. Give you a little bit of look-sees here. All right. So I got to be real with y'all. This is a long ass book. This is a very long book. And I tried. It's like I said, Golden Age, long book. And I tried really hard to read all of it. I got about halfway through, and it was already into the other stories. I got like halfway through, and I was like, I started kind of like flipping through the app, because I read this on my DC Infinite Frontier, Infinite Universe Frontier, you know what I mean, the app. The DC app. I was trying to read it off of there, and this I just started flipping. Like what do we got going on here? Like what's gonna happen here? What am I in for if I keep reading? And guys, I made the decision that instead of talking about the entirety of All American Comics number 16, pals and everyone, I am not going to finish it. It was it was not cool. It was not fun. It was quite taxing for my brain. I would have read more if there was more Alan Scott in the issue, just so that I can just pad this thing out as much as I could, with a lot of great info and a lot of great fun for y'all. However, I just no. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so All American Comics published, it's a DC publication. Okay, so DC was originally owned by National Allied Publications, National Allied Publications Syndicate, or something to that effect. And they didn't actually get formally known as DC Comics until I think like 1977. Sometime in the 70s. I think it was 77. I might be incorrect here. It was known kind of like as a DBA for quite a while. And this is post, like I said, it was 1940. It is post debut of Superman and Batman. Okay, so we already know that they were already going by that name at that time, even though technically they were still it was DC Comics, DC Publications, was kind of a DBA, doing business as, it was the face that they put forward. And what happened with the point of me telling you guys all this is that after you get the Alan Scott Green Lantern introduction, you get some stories that have multiple pages. Like right after, it's something called Hop Harrigan or something like that. And I actually read the Hop Harrigan. I read some of the stuff after that, and there was a lot of pages of reprints of newspaper strips, and that's something that happened. Sometimes the newspaper strips would get reprinted and they would get put in the comic books with the other stories. And I read some of these, and I got to the point where I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Like I already mentioned. So I decided that the real reason I was reading All American Comics number 16 was because of Alan Scott, the first Green Lantern. And as you can see right there, that's the cover, y'all. There's good old Alan Scott right there, front and center, taking major billing for the issue. So, I do have some pictures here to like go through. So here's the thing. This is Alan Scott. Starts out the book. He is a train engineer. His company has won a bid to do this project, and he's on the train, and he's sitting there with this Green Lantern there in front of him, and he's just like, just chilling, right? They had just done some work, and his partner was sitting there like, man, I hope Decker, this is some guy, competitor, doesn't freak out and do something. I feel like they might do something. And Alan Scott was like, nah, you know what? It's just people bid for things, and then people win and people lose all the time. He's just like, nah, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay, guys. We're gonna be okay, dude. And it's like, right after he says that, kaboom! All right, the train derails. There's an explosion, and this is the point where Alan is like staggering from the wreck. He's carrying this, lantern, and he notices that everybody is dead except for him. Bummer. That's gotta be, so like his partner, everybody on the train dead except for him. And he's got this Green Lantern. And like then all of a sudden, like he passes out, right? And then the Green Lantern just starts talking to him, just starts telling his life story. The Green Lantern is like, hey, I just met you, but you've only just met him, but okay, tell him your life story, so the Green Lantern is like, I am the green fire, or excuse me, I am the green flame of life. Listen, chosen one, and hear the tale of the Green Lantern. Like, okay, cool. I mean, I did, just be the sole survivor in a train crash, like there's nobody else but me, but I will pass out here and I will listen to your tale through my subconscious. Okay, cool. So basically, the lantern is telling it, its entire life story. It started out as a meteor, and it fell to Earth, and it was in China. Okay, because this is really one of those time periods where the stereotypes existed that exotic things came from exotic lands. It's a stereotype. It's harmful and bad, but I'm sorry, it's here. Okay. So this flaming meteor, green, by the way, giving off this strange green light. It speaks to everyone around it, And it says, as you can see there, 3 times shall life flame green. First to bring death, second to bring life, and third to bring power. Okay. All right. Good for, yeah. I mean, at least you didn't, bury the lead there, pretty self-explanatory, right? So this one dude, he's like a creator, and but he's kind of like it's telling the story, right? So like he's kind of this, strange fellow, and he takes some of the rock and fashions this like kind of like gin lamp, like the stereotypical genie lamp, like, yeah. But everybody thinks that it's evil, right? Except for this dude. But then when they decide that they're going to attack the dude, the lamp attacks them. So it's like, okay, first first 3 times I shall flame green, first to bring death, and it kills everyone. It's just like, I don't even have time for this. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna kill y'all. Yep, saying what it said on the packaging. And then you have this whole story, like where we can go back for a second. We're not to that point yet. So you have this whole story first to bring death, and then the lamp somehow ends up in the garbage of an insane asylum. Yeah. Somehow this lamp ends up in the garbage of an insane asylum, and they give it to a dude that's not right, has some mental health issues. It's not correct to say not right. No, he's got mental health issues, and he's like, okay, so I'm gonna, play with this lamp, right? So he switches the way it looks to the way that we know the lantern to look now, right? And the lantern grows green and it's all over. And you want to know what happens? Dude is no longer having mental health issues. He's cured. He's cured by the green light. So to brain, he's able to leave and live, a normal life. So then they say that was to bring life. So this guy was already alive, y'all. This guy was already alive. All right. So first to bring death, then to bring life. But okay, fine. I guess he gets to leave. He gets to leave the mental health institute. I He was already alive. He was already alive. So how I am unimpressed so far, Lamp. Okay. I'm unimpressed. So it's continuing its, telling its life story, and it's like, you have heard the tale of the Green Lantern. Now I bring fulfillment of the prophecy. Third, to bring power. For I am the flame of life. I am the flame of life, green as are the planets growing things. And he's still like knocked out. Like, well, that's just rude. He fell asleep while the nice lantern was talking to him. He's still out like a light. He's still out. And really it's just like the lantern's like, you who are to have this power, you must use it to find evil, and the light of the Green Lantern must shed over dark evil things, for the dark evil things cannot stand light. It's like, dude, like it would probably be a good idea for you to wake up right now, Ellen, because the lantern is about ready to offer you a new job, and your other job just ended. So like you don't even have to be unemployed for long, brother. So like just wake up, right? And then it starts shouting at him, you're gonna be the Green Lantern, like, okay, come on. Like, oh, it's exclamation point. But so the lantern just keeps on going on, going on. Eventually, Alan's like, hey, I'm up now. And he feels weird every time he touches the lantern. We'll just say the lantern now. Y'all can see it's green. Okay. He touches the lantern and he feels weird. He's like, "Whoa, this is kind of weird." And like, I think I like, I knew about all this stuff, right? He's just sitting there and he's like, he just kind of leaves the crash. Like, he leaves the scene of the accident, right? And just goes home. He's like pissed too. Like, he's gonna get Decker. He's like really pissed, right? And he's been given all kinds of instructions by the lantern. Like, you have to make a ring out of the metal, like some of the metal from the lantern, and then once a day, like touch the ring to the lantern to recharge it. So you don't have to carry the lantern everywhere you go, right? Because Alan's like, I don't want to. I imagine Alan probably doesn't want to carry it everywhere he's going, right? So you gotta. It's like your cell phone. You plug it into the wall, right? And then when it's done charging, you go and you do stuff, right? Yeah. So it's as simple as that. But he's pissed and pissed enough that he leaves the scene of an accident when he is the only survivor. And as far as I can tell, he makes no attempt to call the police, an ambulance, in case maybe he's not, like perfect or anything. Maybe somebody is alive there and could use medical attention. But no, no. Alan just goes ahead and is like, ticked off, and I'm gonna kick some ass. Um, yeah. So he goes home. He fashions this very ugly ring, and he touches it to the lantern, charges it up, and he's got his emblem of a mighty scourge of evil. Um, so he's gonna wear it, and he goes to Decker's house, and he goes and he's like, man, I wonder if I can go through walls. So he goes through walls, and he freaks everybody out except Decker. Decker's like, yeah, this is just a joke. But then he's like, oh, I'm gonna kick the butt of all your goons, like here, like not goons, like your henchmen. Yeah, your henchmen. um so I'm gonna kick your henchmen's butts, right? And then I'm gonna kick your ass. All right. So, Decker's like offering him money, prestige, all that stuff. So, the Green Lantern takes him on a flight to show him everything, gets him to agree to sign a confession. So he's all like scared and stuff, and he signs the confession, and everything should be, well and good, except dude just drops dead. And yeah, he just drops dead. Apparently, he found Alan Scott really crazy scary. And as soon as he signed the confession, just dropped dead. Yeah. He found Alan Scott crazy scary in his white shirt, pullover, and tan pants. Yeah. Alan Scott's crazy scary in his white pullover shirt and tan pants. And probably the fact that he went through a wall. He is the only survivor of a train crash. He can kick everybody's butt, and he can fly. Okay, so maybe he's crazy scared of Alan Scott in his white pullover shirt and tan pants. Maybe it's possible. So Alan is like, undeterred that dude just dropped dead in front of him. Again, does not call the police or an ambulance. Apparently he knows dude is dead, but okay. Um, so Alan goes home and he's like, you know what? That lantern, it offered me a new career. So I don't even have to stay unemployed for long. I can just, I can become this Green Lantern like thing, right? That is perfect. I don't even have to file for unemployment, y'all. Did unemployment exist in 1940? Did unemployment exist in 1940? I don't know. Did unemployment exist in 1940? Hold on. Wait one moment. Did unemployment exist in 1940? History of unemployment. Hold on. Maybe I should write unemployment benefits. Yeah, because okay, so in 1940, there was the Unemployment Insurance Act of 1940, which was later renamed the Employment Insurance of 1996, is a benefit the government offers to people during a period of unemployment. Um, let's see here. As with the old age insurance, the unemployment insurance program was incorporated in the legislative package enacted as the Social Security Act of 1935. So maybe it looks like it was. Okay, cool. So, Alan Scott was like, I don't even have to file for unemployment, y'all. That spiffy lantern offered me a new job already. I'm going to become the Green Lantern, but I got to come up with a really cool outfit because this white pullover shirt, tan pants thing, not going to fly. Not going to fly if I'm going to be fighting evil. I got to look like the part, y'all. And here is the first image of Alan Scott's Green Lantern in his costume, in his outfit. And I shall shed my light over dark evil, for the dark things cannot stand the light of the Green Lantern. So that's it, guys. That is the first appearance of Alan Scott, the Green Lantern. Um, that's it. So the rest of the book is other stories or reprints of um, newspaper comics and just stuff like that, guys. So that is the first appearance of the Green Lantern. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed seeing the first appearance of the Green Lantern. I loved looking into this and finding out more about Alan Scott, especially with his first appearance. I loved finding out that I just with the What's Happening Wednesday, we were talking about Bill Finger, finding out that Bill Finger wrote this and created the Green Lantern, as well as finally getting credit a few years back for the part for co-creating Batman. So if you hadn't listened to the show, from yesterday, with What's Happening Wednesday, Batman and Bill, check it out. We talk about that. We talk about more of me ranting about wage disparity with comic book writers and creators. And yeah, so, but anyways, this is the first appearance of Alan Scott, and I hope you really liked it. That was All American Comics number 16, written by Martin Nodell and Bill Finger. And yeah, so the Alan Scott, this is Alan Scott's beginnings before he came to be the Alan Scott that we know now. So I guess that's it for me. This is it for me. Okay, so um this has been Carrie Reads the Golden Age. This is the Officially Unofficial Geek channel. My name is Carrie Quinn, and until next time, keep your eyes and ears open. If you see something, say something. Remember, the complacent never make a difference. I'll be seeing ya. Bye.